How y'all feeling? How y'all living? AC Lucky back with another reaction video. Today reaction video we finna react to when you ride a school bus. See, back in the day when we was riding the school bus, we was bad as shit, bro. If we see somebody walking on the street or something, we even throwing something, we even saying something, we had bus aids on that bitch, bro. If you had a bus that you had a good childhood in middle school, elementary school, I don't know, it's like you had to be bad. It was fun being bad on the school bus, bro. Swear to God, fighting and all types of shit. Yeah, I know. But before we get to the reaction video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video.
So thankfully, I won't ever have the pleasure of riding this thing ever again. Like, the amount of brain cells I've lost while riding the school bus over my lifetime is probably dangerously high. Like, the amount doctors would want to study, you feel me? Like, the amount of times, especially last year, I pulled myself out of bed working with around 4 to 5 hours of sleep at best, walked halfway awake to the bus stop, stood there in whatever the Texas morning weather had prepared for me. Then I would stand at the bus stop in the rain, in the cold, in the normal hot humid weather, and standing in this would also just make me want to go back to sleep, you feel me? Like, there would be dead times where I actually would close my eyes while standing there waiting for the bus, and I would just fall asleep. And I would get a rude awakening of the feeling of my body as I almost fall over. And then finally the bus would arrive. Sometimes it would arrive on time, sometimes it would be 30 minutes late, who knows. But this one time I walked into the bus, sat in my seat, and I was ready to go to bed. Like, I was on autopilot mode the whole walk over to the bus stop that morning. I wasn't even awake, my body was just moving by itself. And now that my head was against the cold window and I was sitting down cozy, I slowly drifted asleep. And for like 4 minutes I had blissful, unbothered sleep until I was awoken by yelling and like arguing, and I didn't move. I just opened my eyes and listened, and a group of kids in the very back of the bus, like the last 4 rows of seats, were dead yelling and screaming at each other at 6 in the morning. And bro, this wasn't like a one-time thing. Like, most of the time when I got on that bus, a certain group of kids would make sure that I wouldn't be able to get any sleep whatsoever. Like, I even put in my noise canceling AirPods with no music playing, so it hopefully block out some of the noises and sounds that they're making from their arguing. Didn't help at all. It was like I slightly turned down the volume on their audio. I could still hear them. So I had another solution, which you guys are probably thinking about. I just put on music full blast, and it solved and caused the problem. Yes, I couldn't hear them anymore, couldn't hear none of the yelling and screaming, but now all I could hear was my music and just it blasting into my ear. And it was hard to fall asleep because all I listened to is straight heat, so over time I taught myself to fall asleep to my music even when it was blowing out my eardrums. And sometimes I wouldn't even force myself to do this. I would just be so sleepy, and beyond like holding myself in this realm, even with music blasting, I would just peacefully close my eyes and drift off. Now another thing I just didn't like about buses is sitting next to people. Like, back in the day when I was a kid, I thought it was fun to sit 3 deep in a bus seat that fits like...
Bro, I swear to God, bro. Not knows average, it was last year, bro. We had like at least about 4 to a seat. I swear to God, bro. That bus was so packed, bro. I swear to God, like, y'all don't understand, bro. It's like, it was so packed to the point niggas was standing up like that bitch was like a fucking ATM bus or some shit, bro. I swear to God, bro.
If it's like 2 people, my friends, you know? But like, now I just dead can't do it. Like, I want a man spread, I want to lay across my seat, I want to be backwards, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need room for my backpack too, you know? My backpack's very important. I need to be right next to me, you feel what I'm saying? Like, there's no room for nobody else. And now I'm not saying I'm one of those kids who would be like, hey man, can I sit here? No, get back. Like, if someone asked to sit next to me, I would say sure, you feel me, but like, I wouldn't enjoy it. Like, there goes all my space. And like, most of the time it was like only girls asking to sit next to me, bro. It's kind of weird, I don't know. And I remember one time my bus was running mad late, and then some random bus pulled up I've never seen before. We all walked up to it, and I get onto the bus to find that the bus was full of kids. Like, bro, I mean 3 to a seat all the way to the back row. And I instantly knew what was going on here, because this wasn't the first time in my bus rider career that buses have merged, which is when 1 or 2 buses in this case, their bus drivers didn't show up or just didn't feel like coming to work today. So then a totally different bus will have to fill in for that bus driver and come pick up everyone else. And looking at how many people were in this bus, I assumed that this bus had picked up multiple neighborhoods worth of kids, like at least 20 stops. So I started walking down the aisle to see there was 3 to 4 people in every seat. I kept on walking and walking. I was getting near the edge of the bus. I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? There's not enough room. And then I got down to the very, very back of the bus, like the 2nd row, and I found a seat with 2 people, and I sat right on the edge, and my knees were like sticking out into the aisle, touching some girl sitting in a seat of 3 people right next to us. And I just stared forward like, bro, this was not a fun time. Like I already said, I hated sitting next to people, but now I was not only sitting in a seat of 3 people, my legs were touching some random girl sitting in a seat of 3 people while we all sat in a bus full of 300 kids. And there ended up being like 3 more stops, and every time we stopped, everyone was like, damn, oh, because like this bus was way beyond maximum capacity. And everyone on this bus knew if any more people got on here, the bus would probably just collapse. Tires just pop and fold into each other, and the bus would slam into the ground. But eventually we got to school like 20 minutes late, of course, and it did took like 10 solid minutes to get everyone off that bus, bro. Especially for me being in the far back. I had to sit there in my seat and wait for everyone to just file out like little ants. And you know, there were some goofy, funny laughs on the bus sometimes. Like I remember one time I was just chilling on the bus, right? It was a normal, usual morning. I was sleepy, and I started smelling just a little hint of weed. And this wasn't like a one-time thing too. Like I would dead from time to time randomly smell it coming from the back of the bus. And I just assumed that someone was hitting the Benjamin in the back of the bus getting faded at 6 in the morning. And another thing a lot of people do on the bus is eat. And I'm one of those people. But like I always remember I had a bus driver that would always be like, don't eat on the bus, kids. And then when some kid would sit down, open up his lunchbox, pull out a bag of Doritos and start munching, and the bus driver would dead just look up in the rearview mirror, watch the kid eat, and look back at the road with no reaction. Now I feel like in some cases it's different, because imagine like little bro started making finger paintings on the window and cheesed them. Now that bus driver had to get up and come beat this kid's ass. And there were times where kids straight up littered all over the bus. Like they would finish eating their food and just throw their empty bag on the ground or leave it in their seat, which leave a big mess, which made it make sense why bus drivers would be like, don't eat on the bus, because of these very reasons. But I feel like most of these rules should only apply to younger kids, because they're more likely to throw their shit on the ground. And there was something I especially hated about riding the bus. Like the time frame my random bus driver would choose to come pick up would always screw me over. Like there would be times where I was 10 minutes early to the bus stop, which sucked, and then there would be times I was running to the bus stop as the bus pulled up. And this one certain time I was walking to the bus stop, and when I got around the corner I heard the bus coming, so I started speed walking. So I speed walked across the street to see the bus there and everyone getting on, the doors closed. And I was like, okay, I'm in bro's view now, he should be able to see me in the corner of his eyes and wait for me, right?
That's pain right there.
So then I was left there, standing there in the dark at the bus stop, and I'm pretty sure everyone on the bus watched me walk up and get left there. I was like so dumb, bro. Like it was too early for this, so I just walked back home.
Bro, y'all never felt pain, bro, when you wake up late, bro, and you almost there, like you almost there, you just like watching your bus just leaving you, bro. and like the people on the bus, they see you and they just laughing, bro. That's real pain right there, I swear to God. But anyway, that was any reaction video. Let me know if y'all fuck reaction videos like that. I'm AC Lucky and I'm signing out. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video.